Alright guys, so if you watched yesterday's video that I put out, and you actually, I know it was a long video. I was showing some of my charting techniques. It was like a 38-minute video, but had you watched it all the way through or followed me on Twitter, I was telling people that once we broke above this orange ring, we would get a pump. We did get a pump. It ended up being a fake out, but then we started to actually push up higher. I would like to show you just, I know that video was kind of long, so I'll just show you a couple small clips of it, and we'll reference, I'll show you the actual chart. Let me play this one real quick. This line's been a lot of support resistance. This line showed it was a resistance. This line was support and resistance. So you know this next line up in this fib channel is also going to be resistance. So it's very possible that we could have a move. This is on the 15-minute. We could have a move within the next 21 hours. Because something's got to give. We're riding up this ring. When we hit this line in this fib channel, there's a point where it's either going to push up or it's going to break support and come down. And if it comes down based on this chart, if we drop, again, this is the Binance chart. If we drop down, your support is this line in this fib channel, which is down here around 7,421. So that's why I say always reference different charts. So, and obviously we pushed to the upside. This is the chart, and this is why I say always reference different charts, and you can see that's pretty much what happened. We were moving up this ring, so we had to make a decision. It's either going to break support, come back down here to this fib channel line below, or we'd break through our resistance, and then your next target up was this fib channel line up here, and now you can see we're currently still pushing up. And there was one other part. Let me show you this. This is another clip from yesterday's video, and I'll put a link up to it now, and also there'll be a link in the description. Guys, if we push up past 7,783, your next target is this ring. That's what happens. We keep hitting this ring, resistance. We can't make it above this orange ring, guys. That's the same orange ring right here. I added this, I copied this, and put it in that chart. If we can't make it above this, you know, then potentially we're coming down. You know, the price is going to respect this ring. This ring's here for a reason. But if we push above this point, I expect this to get topped out at least at this ring around 8,100. The further we go, I do know this ring will be resistance. So if we're out here and we push above this, you know, we could potentially come up here and hit 8,279. It depends on when we push above this. But I do expect we push above this orange ring, we'll get a pump. And if we push above this yellow ring, I expect we'll get another major pump, just like we had right here. So, and that's what I was showing with this chart. And you see we're coming up on this, we're getting really close to this ring. And that's what I was saying, you know, as soon as we push above this orange ring, I expect us to get a pump. You know, we did have this liquid up and down, but we eventually started pushing up. And as I mentioned, you know, watch these rings because they will play a role as resistance. And you can see, you know, and I made a tweet about it, as soon as we cross it, you know, said this ring could push us down, or when we cross, we get a pump. And you can see we're pumping right now up to this ring. So I have to see if we get rejected here. And again, guys, that's what I was saying in that previous video. If we actually push above this yellow ring, you can expect a major pump to the upside, and we're awfully close to that right now. It's possible we could get a rejection, come back down, and again, if we end up pushing above this, I do expect a major pump. So do pay attention to that. Let me see here. I did have, and I'm not going to show the clip from that other video, but I also referenced this chart too. This is a Coinbase chart. Now, seeing we were coming up on this ring, so this ring would either push us down, or as soon as we crossed it, we get a pump. And you can see we did get a pump. And again, guys, always reference different charts. You can see as we pushed up, we got rejected right here at this line in this fib channel. So, and you know, that other video I was showing you, you know, how you can create fib circles based off of fib channel charts. So just for instance, I'm going to just do one real quick. One thing to do that I've noticed is find a line that has a lot of influence as support and resistance, and use that as a starting point to create your fib circle. So if we just pull this up to here, actually that matches pretty well. And again, I would play with it and see what you can find. But this looks pretty good actually. And you can see, and again, if you go watch the other video, I kind of go into more detail about it. And you can see price came down, got caught in this channel, came up, found resistance, found support, resistance. So you're working within these channels. You're in this channel, then you move up in this channel, move back down to this channel, and then we move right up this channel. And as soon as you cross this this ring right here starts pushing up. So you know it's possible a likely target, whether we go up or sideways, you know, you will get some resistance here, or this could potentially be a pivot. But that's just again showing you how you can use these rings. And the really cool thing is that you could actually do the same method here, and you could create potentially, you know, you could create a ring out here. And I'm pretty sure, and I've done this before, this is what I consider a fib projection, but basically when you create fib circles based on fib channels further out past price action, and play around with this. This is experimental methods. Some of them work better than others, but it's good to have them, because sometimes when price moves along, it'll end up respecting these rings further out to the right, so you can predict price moves way in advance. So I just want to point that out, guys. That will be in the tutorial that I'll be adding about how to add these fib circles to charts. I did want to point out, if you are subscribed to my stocks, I did add a new stock. It's Maxer, and I'm going to be updating some of these charts. They're still in play because they're weekly, and you know they're on the daily and the weekly, so they go for a pretty good bit. But I do need to update some of the fib circles on them. But I did add Maxer. I have 2 versions of the chart. And again, if you are playing stocks, I'm actually playing stocks right now, and I'm taking advantage of these pivot rings. Notice we moved up this ring, we moved up this ring. So when we get to this ring, potentially this ring's going to push us up, or we're going to cross it and come back down. And you already have your resistance will be this yellow ring, your support's this yellow ring. And then again, I have different versions. This one here is another version of the same chart, and you can see that we're respecting the channel in this this orange fib circle. So this ring is your support, this is your resistance. If we push up, you get topped out here. If you come back down, this will be your support. And again, let's just say I just have different versions of the same stock. This is, and I have one this rings only. I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is another fib circle that you can pay attention to. We found resistance here. We're finding support, so continue to push up. You can see that this and again, guys, sometimes it's good to chart it different ways, because you can find different things, and then use those 2 charts or multiple charts to compare. But you can see we're respecting this white fib circle here, or this ring here in this fib circle, this ring, and this ring. So if we push up, you can see we're riding up this blue ring. So your next target for Maxer Technologies is $14.43 if you push up. If you break the support, then your next target to drop down to would be $8.13. So again, guys, I'll be adding more stocks, and then I'll be updating the other stocks as well. But I did want to point that out, because I have precious metals stocks and Bitcoin. And you know, the altcoin charts, I need to update those. Those have not been touched in a while, so I will be doing that at some point. I told you guys in the previous video that I'll be making a tutorial creating Bitcoin and XRP, so there will be a new XRP chart. And then I'll move on to Ethereum and Litecoin, some of the popular ones. I'll probably get rid of the other ones. And hopefully you guys, as I said, if you're interested in using my method, creating some charts, you want to submit them to me, I'll put them on the website. But guys, that's it. We'll have to pay attention and see what happens. Again, well, there we go. We hit it as predicted in that previous video. We came up and we hit it right to the tick. Told you we push above the orange, and we'll come up and we'll test this ring, as we have done repeatedly. Resistance, resistance, go sideways, break above, we hit it. So just pay attention. If we could retrace back down and come back up, do kind of like we did down here, but I do expect, just like over here, if we push above that, this is the capitulation ring. Go back and watch our previous video. But if we push above it, we could get a major pump, and we're right at it right now, so we'll have to see what happens. Actually, we'll just leave this right here and see if we do get a pump. And guys, again, always reference different charts to see what you can find. But yeah, I'm not going to wait to shoot. I want to get this video up pretty quick. But guys, that's it. I will keep you updated. If you do want to access my charts, guys, the link is in the description. It's opticalartcrypto.com. And do follow me on Twitter, because I update everyone here. It's really quick and easy just to make a post and tell you what I'm expecting. Well, that's it, guys. Until the next video.